much else going on, so I figure, hey, let's go check the snow level. Today I'm taking Whole Mountain M1. It's high enough, it should give us a pretty good indicator of a lot of stuff around. See if maybe some other passes are open, find out what's out there. I fueled up to 250, fueled up to 2500. God, diesel's getting expensive, but let's go out and see what we can find. If I find anything cool along the way, I'll stop and take a little video and show you around. There's a few little campsites up there, let's see if we can find them. So back in mid-December, I was at a gathering and met a gentleman, and we started talking about camping and going places and doing things around here that weren't too far away, and I came to find out he had no idea there was places you could go camping that were not KOA or a campground that's owned by the state. I was kind of taken away by that, and I said, well, there's so much area right there that you could explore. Go on foot, you can go on a motorcycle, a horse, car, truck, depending on where you go. There are places you can get cars into, but I've seen them in some weird places. I guess it's a 60% driver and 40% vehicle. I've seen some people get some little cars into some really nasty places, but they knew what they were doing. Talking with this guy for a while and letting him know that it was actually relatively easy to find places to go camping that weren't KOA. I realized, you know, I've only explored a tiny fraction of Mendocino National Forest, which is actually really big. So this summer I'm going to try and see how many roads I can hit, and kind of hoping you might follow along and let's see what we can find together. Oh, we're getting closer now. Fortunately, I see no signs of concrete jungle, asphalt. None of that. It's spectacular. Just about a mile ago I hit this dirt road and I felt a hell of a lot better all of a sudden. Excuse my French, as some say. If you're French, I'm sorry. Ooh, ouch. Anyway, we got off Potter Valley Road. We're headed in to Lake Pillsbury. GPS says we're on Eel River Road. Haven't quite hit the downhill to the general store yet. But down to my right, I can see the Eel River. Let's find you a spot here. I'm supposed to do a cool transition. Oh, man, that was a big one. I always go to the same camp spots. I want something new. Now I've got these nice, comfortable rides. I'm kind of curious how far I can get, how many roads there are. I did discover quite a few M roads. Which I discovered M stands for mountain highway. And with that, I'm going to try looking out some more, try and see if I can find some more campsites, spots to camp, some more spots to get some good pictures, so on and so forth. I'm going to make every effort to document each one of those. Maybe not GPS coordinates, but at least some idea of what it looks like, where we're at. And if you do have any questions or comments, please feel free to put them below, and if I can find the answer, I would be glad to share it with you. If not, maybe somebody else does, and maybe together we can all find the answers. But we have so much out here to explore and enjoy. Why not? Whatever force put me on this earth, and this earth wants me to be out in the woods, not in the city. When I go to the city, I feel like I want to burn my shoes. I want a respirator because it stinks. That's not part of fun. I come out here, my phone doesn't make any noises except the music I ask it to play, when I ask it to play it. I hear the birds, the squirrels, see a bear here and there. There's no one around, it's great. Disconnect and reconnect, as some say. Or just simply recharge. I'm out here recharging my batteries. This GoPro right now is plugged in and recharging its batteries. So why shouldn't I plug myself into nature once in a while and recharge myself? And that's nice. There's construction right here. I wish I could pull over and show you, take some pictures of that river. But these guys are doing some kind of work and I'm in the way, so I'm gonna get out of their way. Bye guys. Thank you for all the work you do. The road's a lot smoother than it was. Alright, I haven't even made it to Lake Pillsbury itself yet, but I had to pull over and take a look at this view. And I think it's worthy of taking out the camera, so chainsaws in the distance, hey, whatever. That's where we're gonna, well, see how high we can go anyway. I don't have much hope looking at that, but I'm out here. Let's go. A little decrepit, don't you think?
that girl is a stunner, and every other dude was trying to get a number.
Alright, well, it's really windy out there, and come to discover, I have never seen this sign, new to me, but I guess packing the 250 was for nothing. All the way out here though, so let's keep going. I strapped on the GoPro onto the hood of the truck. Let's go see what we can find. If I can find any cool spots to take some pictures, let's do that. If I can find any cool campsites, let's do that. From down here in the basin, there's a heavy cloud cover over half the mountain, the top half of the mountain, and when I did get a glimpse of the mountain, looks like there's quite a bit of snow remaining, so who knows. About a third of the way up now. You can see on the right that quite a bit burned. On the left, the fire got it, but not nearly as bad. You'll be able to see from the camera in the front of the truck here shortly. They used the M1 as a fire break, and it seemed to work in a lot of places pretty good. Corrected. I haven't had a chance to really evaluate them since our complex fires last year. But before there was a lot of trails out here you could hit. You'd spend the day just kind of cruising around, hit all kinds of stuff. You can get past the top of the mountain, it just opens you up to even more area to explore. But there's some really nice vistas up here. It's not that far from, say, Santa Rosa. It's driving slow, maybe 3.5 hours. I'd say 4 at the absolute most to get to the top, circumstances excluded. The vistas, though, again, are really pretty. You climb up not too quickly, not too slow, and it overlooks Lake Pillsbury on your way up. Little glimpses of the whole mountain itself on the way up, which in the summertime, in the wintertime, it's snow-capped, so it's just really pretty. It's a great road, though. I'm curious to spend some more time up here and find out what roads are still open and which ones are closed. Here's a few that are closed. Let's take a look at this spot. From the hood to the windshield on the outside, right about where the rear view mirror's mounted. Made it about a quarter mile before the thing fell off. I wiped the windshield pretty good and got the suction cup pretty wet, but after it wasn't wet enough, maybe I should have talked a little dirtier to it. So I put a leash on there, but now it looks like I've got a crack in the windshield. Stayed here before. It's not too bad. It's not my favorite spot, but when I stayed here before, I was here with my son. It was just the two of us. We stayed higher up the mountain, but it started snowing real heavy real quick, and we decided because we were alone it was better to head down the mountain a little bit. And well, we found that the snow line was, I don't know, a few hundred feet up here. We could see it snowing up on the ridge line just past those trees. You could see raining just below that, so we felt comfortable staying here. There's a little fire ring, not a lot of flat spot. I think when we stayed here we actually set up a tent over here. There is a trail that goes back this way. It doesn't go terribly far. The spot is fairly tucked in as far as being out of the way and away from people. It's a good spot. As far as privacy goes, it's pretty nice. We found this little fire ring to be fairly private. If you look up and you're tall enough, there's a decent view. We're gonna keep going up the mountain because the view only gets better as we go up. So I'm not sure. I haven't seen any signs of snow on the ground yet. I don't know if we have another 2 miles, 20 miles. I don't know. I shouldn't say 20 miles because 20 miles is past the top, and I know the top is covered. So as I stand here and talk to you, though, I see something over here. This is somebody's emergency cache. What's in here? Piece of paper, some kind of tarp, metal pole, grill. If I was out here in some sort of survival situation, I think those would be good and handy. Metal's kind of heavy to carry, but even if the tarp is full of holes, double it over and whatnot, and some sort of shelter. Anyway, let's jump back in the truck. Let's keep going up. Well, and of course you've got spots like these. Ain't exactly great, but you know, that's a matter of opinion. So as you can see, it's quite wide open. Some debris, there's some shot shells somebody left behind, and empty beer bottles, cans, and the thing that gets me the most though is that's the main road. I can pick up these the couple bottles, couple cans, I can throw those away, not a big deal. Well, it is a big deal, but I can haul it away. But I don't like being right next to the main road. Everybody goes by can see me. Again, I don't like staying at a KOA. I don't like staying in a campground. I like staying out in the middle of nowhere. This is all I want to hear. I hear a squirrel. I hear a jet. Anyway, let's head on up the hill. Unfortunately, I'm out of batteries for the other GoPro and buy some more. But let's head on up. Let's see what else we can find, how high we can make it before the snow stops us.
In the northbound direction, so we've got a big slowdown developing in both directions. Again, this is 280 between Geneva and Alameda. Southbound 17 Santa Cruz bound before Redwood Estates, stalled van in the right lane. Traffic starting to back up towards Big Moody Curve. We've got
So that's a San Francisco-based radio station. Where would you rather be? Sitting in what they just described? Or sitting where I am, looking at what I'm looking at? I think the answer is pretty clear to me. See a smile on my face. No one see my smile on my face when I'm sitting in the Santa Cruz Mountains watching some stalled big rig sit there, and I'm stuck behind him and everybody else honking and getting mad and angry. Do my best to meditate, breathe deep. It's still gonna get to you. Out here, if I take a deep breath, I can feel it because it's just so refreshing. It makes you so happy. I don't even want to go home, but I gotta work tomorrow. Okay, so I'm headed roughly northeast up the M1. Whole mountain, I believe, is up about that direction. I can't see it in the moment, so forgive me. Coming to a Y. One thing you should note is if you're headed up the mountain and you run into a Y like this, anything on that side of the road is the game preserve. That's fine. You're allowed to go in there. but there's no off-road vehicles, or no off-highway vehicles, I guess the term is, and no guns, no ammunition. So just, if you're gonna go over there, keep that in mind. I've been over there. There's some beautiful stuff over there. The animals, there's a lot more animals over there. They're a lot more calm, because over here they're scared of the dirt bikes and everything else. So being over in the game preserve, as long as you're not one who likes to carry a gun, is an amazing place to be. I just like to pull the trigger once in a while and shoot a clay out of the air or something. So once in a while though, it's worth leaving them at home and checking out the game preserve. I'll do some more videos on that one. I have a video coming up on the M6 when this is still the M1, just to give you a location of where I'm at. Okay, so currently this is how far I've made it. So if you run into this sign, you'll know at this point during the video this is where we are. Everything before this is below us, downhill. So 19 and 19. For some reason cars aren't recommended, but that's all right. We're not driving a car. We've got something a little better equipped. Unfortunately, I was really wishing I could be riding the 250, but it says street legal vehicles only, and I've seen several signs. It's kind of hard to pull plausible deniability and get away with it. So even though no one's up here, it's not worth it. I've got plenty of diesel. I filled up before I came, so let's go on up. I was just about to start talking and trying to think of what to say next, but just that sound, it makes it hard to concentrate on making some sort of cool video or something. The other thing to note about out here is I can't stop at every single little spot that a tent and a car could fit into. There are some spots where basically you just pull in and set up a tent that's really small. I'm trying to focus on some of the stuff that's a little more obvious, and trying to give you a generic feel of what's around here. Certainly there's going to be larger spots like this, and there's going to be tiny little spots all throughout, all the way up and down the mountain. Personally, I tend to go as high as I can. This time of year when I can't get to the top, past the top of the mountain, I just go up as high as I feel comfortable. Right now I'm not too worried about snow coming in, so I'm going to go fairly high. During the summer, the fall, I'm going to go past the top of the mountain. I like past the top of the mountain because there's even fewer people over there. I feel the landscape is a little bit more lush. I don't really like using the word because it's not like full of grass and flowers, but it just seems nicer over there. The climate's more, not quite as hot and dry. It's a little bit cooler, a little bit more moist. I personally prefer it over there. And again, for more privacy, I like being far away from everybody else. I don't want to disturb them, and I don't want them to disturb me. So anyway, let's hop back in the truck. Let's keep going. Let's see how far we can get before we do hit snow. Alright, I'm standing in the middle of the main road, game refuge. Outside of distinct trees, you come up, kind of see the road. There's one way, the main road goes up and around this way, and we have a trail that goes up straight that way. If you take this road over here, it opens up into another spot. It's a little more private. I've stayed here a few times, and it's not too bad. So let's go over there. This spot, just like that spot, I don't have a name or a number for this, so I'm not really sure what to say. But here you go. So, spot here, I've stayed here a few times. Decent amount of room for tents, fire ring, got some parking. Main road is right there, but generally speaking, pretty much everybody just keeps on going by. And the amount of traffic, again, the further up you go, the less traffic you have. There isn't a trail that comes through this way, but it has a really steep hill climb on the other side, so the likelihood of someone coming by is pretty slim. I got one friend that makes it up there on a regular basis. I've seen people do it on bikes. I've done it on a bike a few times, but for the most part, it's a little steeper than most people like. But anyway, this is not a bad spot to stay. Let me turn this off and let's check out some views. So from down there, you can see this little plateau I had mentioned, the hill climb. It's down over there. You can keep walking down over there. There's a little vista over there. It's kind of nice. Forgive me as I'm just going to kind of stop at this one. This is beautiful. You can see that, but the clouds rolling in. It's just stunning. Over here we got Lake Pillsbury. It's kind of hard to see through the trees. But how many ridge lines? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 ridge lines. We're a pretty good distance out. The further I go, the quieter it gets. But this is beautiful. I'd much rather be here. Oh, I should also mention, so as I stand here, whole mountain is right there. And forgive me as I rotate around. Snow Mountain Wilderness is over there. I can see some burn patch over in there. It's over in the game preserve. You can get down through there in the M6 and check it out yourself if you want. It's kind of sad. There's a couple of spots where you can see down the valley, and all the way down the valley on both sides of the ridge, it's burned as far as you can see. But there's still quite a bit remaining. As you can see here, this is all okay. But this is a wonderful place to come. It's not that far. It's easy to get to. I don't recommend passenger cars coming here, although I have seen a Prius up here. I have seen a 3 Series BMW up here. I've seen a Crown Victoria police car up here. So it is possible. Don't get me wrong, but I do not recommend it if you are not a skilled driver. Forgive me as I'm not looking you directly in the eye. I know that some people consider that rude, but it's hard to not be looking around. This is beautiful. I'm way up here, and it's not even summertime yet. It's all cloudy and overcast, and you can't even see the top. Well, actually, you can. Look at that. When I walk up here, I couldn't see the top of the mountain. That's the top of the whole mountain right over there, just because it was surrounded with clouds. So anyway, I'm going to hang out here for a little bit, and then I'm going to head higher up, and let's see what else we can find. From experience, much past here, there's not a whole lot of places to stay other than little spots here and there, or spots that are going to be real busy. There's a hang glider launch, lots of traffic because it's a great vista also. You just keep going. It gets less and less sparse until you get past the top. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 miles. You'll find some good camping. If you keep going past the top, you'll end up at Highway 162, which actually you can use that as a lookup reference, but where you hit it, it's considered FH7, Forest Highway 7, which is a whole other cool highway, which we're going to cover at some point here too. But you can keep going on the M1 up to, I believe it's Indian Dick Ranger Station or something like that, Indian Dick area. It's been, I think, 17 years plus since I've been in that area. So I'm looking forward to exploring that more this summer. I hope you're going to join me, and let's see what's up in there. But the M1 is great because until the fire, I got to stand corrected. You could start in Upper Lake on the M1. It was paved most of the way up to the general store, and then from the general store you could drive up to Lake Pillsbury, from Lake Pillsbury to Whole Mountain down to FH7, and then back up into Indian Dick area. That's a pretty long way. It's a good long trek that you could do very easily. And I like doing from Potter Valley up over Whole Mountain to 162 and back down to the 101 and home. That's an easy day trip, and it's a lot of fun. Although you can't do it now, and every year is different. I'm not sure when the best time to recommend as far as the snow being melted down to go is, but I found in the summertime it's a great trip to go on. You kind of ride the plateau of the ridge a lot of the way, and you can see down both sides in some locations. It's beautiful. I believe I have some footage on the other side already up. If not, maybe I'll see if I can dig some up and launch it soon. But yeah, let's keep going. Met a nice gentleman down the road and spent lunch with him.
You would eat termites?
Oh hell yeah, I ate termites. It tastes like peanut butter.
I would eat that, man.
Oh yeah,
I just didn't even know you could.
Up another spot here. I'm gonna get up there higher. Here's the spot that I wanted to pull off and show you the ring. This has a really nice view. I wish I could bring the drone out here. It's actually snowing right now. Not very much, but it's snowing, which is pretty cool. But it's also extremely windy, which you can probably hear. And last I checked, the truck was saying 39 degrees. So I'm not entirely sure this is exactly the spot you want to be staying in, but maybe during the summer the breeze would be kind of nice. But yeah, the view here is pretty good. Showing up. Those are big flakes coming down. At this point, I'm calling. I don't know how much further I can go with the snow, but I know the road, it doesn't have a lot of spots to turn around. I know it only gets more bumpy for the next stretch up towards, I believe it's the hang glider and launch spot. So I'm calling it quits from here. We'll just do another video from this spot on, not a problem at all. It's stunning out here though. It's actually right in this spot, not very windy. Well, it was snowing when I parked here, but just over there it's really windy and it is got some huge flakes coming down. Great. It's peaceful out here. I've seen one other car twice. I have no idea where he went. There's only one way in, one way out, and I don't see any tracks. Not sure what happened to him. Hopefully he's okay. Anyway, come check this place out. There's many places out here in Mendocino National Forest. They're just beautiful.
I could see this through. I could wait another night. One more night, one more night. I could fight it through till the darkness turns to light. One more night, one more night.